Hi guys, and welcome to another WordPress Divi tutorial, or Divi theme tutorial I should say. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, if you've been watching any of our recent videos here, we've been playing around with this site and adding CSS hover effects. And in the last video, we loaded this wonderful Elegant Themes icon set here and put it in here. In this video, we're going to show you a bit of basic HTML. So what we're doing here will work with any WordPress site or any HTML site, any Bootstrap site. And what we're going to do is we're going to make these icons actually link to something. Say we want to link to an external web page. Of course, you can link to internal anchors as well, but we'll try and make these link to an external web page. It's really easy and it's basic HTML. And if you can do this, you can make anything link to anywhere. You can make this text into a link. You can make these images into a link. So let's start with this. So let's enable our visual builder. Of course, I'm using the Divi theme here, which, as you know, I've built hundreds of sites with this thing over the last 3 years. It's absolutely awesome, keeps getting better. If you're building with WordPress, I do suggest you give it a look. You can try it out from a link below this video. Alright, so let's go down to our module here. Here it is. We'll hit the little cog. And let's just make our little edit box a little bit bigger here so we can see what's going on. If you remember, or if you didn't see it, check out our last video. We use our heading 6 for our icon set. So every time we put anything in that's heading 6, it's going to pull it from that icon list. Alright, so what do we want to do? We want to make it into a link that goes somewhere. And to do that with HTML, we wrap it in what they call an anchor tag. So let's go from the visual tab into the text tab. And as you can see, as I mentioned just now, this is an H6. All these icons are H6, heading 6. Headings go from 1 to 6, 1 usually being the largest and 6 being the smallest. But of course with CSS you can make them any size you want. Okay, so there's our opening H6 tag. Here's our closing H6 tag. So to make this into a link, what we want to actually do is wrap this whole thing from the beginning of the H6 tag to the end of the H6 tag in an anchor link. Really easy to do. So we're going to open a pointy bracket. We're going to put A for anchor. And then we want href, hyperlink reference, equals, and a couple of inverted commas. And inside these inverted commas here is the address that we want to send people to when they click on this link here. And I should have thought of this first. Where do I want to go? Well, let's just take them to my regular website. Just copy this link over here. There's my URL for my website there, and it's inside those inverted commas there. And then after the inverted commas, you want to close your pointy tag. And where do we want it to stop? We just want the icon to make a link. So we want to put a closing A tag, and you always close the thing with a /A to there. There's our closing anchor tag. Save that. Don't know why that's made that small. Let's just save our changes. And exit the visual builder. There we go. Back to normal size. Now if I hover on one of these, nothing happens, but if I hover on that spyglass or the magnifying glass, it should change to, there we go, you see it's changed to a little cursor, or changed to a little hand, indicating that it's an href. Now if I click on it, it's taken me to my website. But what it's actually done there, it's fine, that's taken them where I want them to go. But what it's actually done there is it's taken us on the same tab. So the site we were on is no longer open, and this new tab's open. And all I did to get that was I just copied the link there to put it in there. Let's go back. Okay, so that worked absolutely fine. But what we want to do, I don't want them to leave this site. I want it to open in another tag. So how do we go about that? Let's enable our visual builder again. And hit the edit button. There's our href. There's the URL we're sending them to. And after the inverted comma right there, see the inverted comma? Right after that, let's write, and put a space in there to make it easier to read, target, T-A-R-G-E-T. And then we want to say equals, open some more inverted commas. And in between the two inverted commas there, I'm going to write underscore blank, and the word blank, B-L-A-N-K. That'll tell it to open it in a new tab. So let's save that. Save our changes. Don't quite know why it's made that icon small, but when we turn the visual builder off, it goes back to regular size. So let's exit the visual builder. There we are, it's gone back to regular size. Now when I click on it, it should open the target URL on my website in a new tab, and we'll still have our regular site up here. There we go, so it's opened it in a new tab there. So that's pretty easy, and like I say, you can do that with any element. It doesn't have to be an icon. You can do it with text, you can do it with images. In fact, I don't think you can do it with these images. You have to do that with CSS because that's a background image on a column there. Certainly do it with one of these things. Maybe not that one because it's spinning. So let's just, for example, show you. Say you want to make this text into a link as well. Well, that's going to be really easy. Let's enable our visual builder again. And go down here again. Now, if we want the icon and the text to be a link, simple, just grab the closing anchor tag there, cut it, Control X to cut, put it right after the last closing paragraph text there. Save that. And it's actually changed the color there because we've got in the settings active link color is going to be that blue color, but that's okay, you can change that if you need to. And let's do a quick save again. Once it's saved, we'll exit the visual builder. And now that's a link as well. That's a link and that's a link. So click on the text. There we are. And if you just wanted the text, well, you take that beginning anchor tag and just wrap it on the front of the text. So I'm going to put it back how it was. And let's see if we can't link something else. Don't restore. Looks like I might not have saved something there. So let's take that closing anchor tag, Control X to cut, and put it back where it was there. I think we can take one of those spaces away because it's dropped it down a little bit more from memory. So there's that space. I'm going to copy this opening anchor tag because I'm going to use it on something else in a second. Control C. And we'll save that. And save our changes. And exit the Visual Builder again. There we go. So again, that's the link. That's not a link anymore. So what shall we try? Well, that's kind of a bit spinny, that is. Let's make that title. How about making that title a link? Let's enable our Visual Builder again. And go down. This one we said, didn't we? So let's... There's the title right there. So I'm going to paste that link, Control V to paste. And remember, I've got to put a closing anchor tag on there, or else the whole of the rest of the page will be a link. So closing the tag, which is a / and then your A. Save that. And oh, of course it's gone blue so we can't see it, but that's okay. Let's just save this. And exit the Visual Builder. I'm going to save and exit this time. I'm not quite sure it's telling me. There we go. So now that's the link. So if I click on that link, I'm going to open the new website in that new tab there. And like I say, you can do it with anything you want. You can do it, well, these have already got things because they're going to the sale page. You make that big old text a link. Those are blurbs, so they've already got it built in. But like I say, it's basic HTML. And so you can do it with any WordPress site, any HTML or Bootstrap site. It's just basic anchor tags. Really useful to know, but if you want to turn your little icons into links that take people places, that's the way to do it. Another quick thing we'll do here, let's enable a Visual Builder and say I want that when I click on, well, let's do this one. When I click on that square, let's have it take us down to here. Let's say here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into this section right here. See the section row or the section element here. We'll hit the cog. I'm going to go to advanced and I'm going to give it an ID. Let's give it the ID of, gosh, I'll just ANC for anchor. Call it anything you want. Make sure it's unique. Nothing else is called the same thing. So now this section has got an ID of ANC or ANC or whatever you want to call it. And when people click this button or this icon, I want it to go down there. So let's go in there. And we'll use the same principle. So we'll open an A tag, href, which is where we want to send them. And now this time, open and close some inverted commas, and within inside there, all I need to do is put hashtag, because it's an ID. We always use hashtag for ID, period or dot for a class. And I can't remember what I said. ANC was that? I hope so. It's not going to work if I put the wrong thing in there. Close out our tag. And again, put a closing anchor tag on after the H6 or wherever it is we want to stop the link. So close /A. There we go. Let's save that. Save this. Once saved, let's exit our Visual Builder. Now then, see that's active now. Let's click on it and see what happens. Boom, takes us down to that section. So internal anchor tags, they're great fun as well, especially if you want people to sign a form or check out this image. It'll just take them down there. This is doing a nice smooth scroll because that's part of the inbuilt Divi features here. I've got smooth scroll turned on. If you're doing this with a HTML, straight HTML site or a Bootstrap site, unless you've got a little JavaScript plugin called Smooth Scroll enabled, it'll just jump down there. It'll just instantly go down there. So there we go, guys. Let's leave it there. That's how to use HTML anchor tag. If you want to link anything to anywhere on your site or to external pages, that's the way to do it. It's basic HTML. It's great to know. And it's really useful. You can take people wherever you want to take them. So I hope you found that useful. If you have, please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're interested in web development, take one of our courses below. We've got some great free courses down there, as well as some premium courses with some huge discounts for our YouTube subscribers. So have a look. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.